Alright, we've got an update in the Little Caesars case and a body cam video from 2018 that shows Little Caesars assault suspect Brittany Kennedy in a furious fight and yelling match with Richmond County deputies. So that's become central in the Little Caesars case right now as District Attorney Jared Williams gets sued over the matter. So let's take a look at this, and we're going to try to answer the question: why did Augusta District Attorney Jared Williams order a mental evaluation for Brittany Kennedy? Now, she's the woman charged in the Little Caesars attack in Augusta that was caught on video earlier this year and broadcast nationwide. It was a bloody attack on a woman who was simply picking up a pizza with her 2-year-old daughter. That's Emily Broadwater, the victim. But now a 2018 video has surfaced of an earlier run-in with Kennedy and multiple officers who were investigating a stolen car and a stolen gun. Now it shows Kennedy, just a passenger, in a rage when deputies try to investigate the stolen car. She refused to calm down and gets into a physical struggle with officers that ultimately led to felony charge against her for obstruction of an officer. We're going to show you this body cam video. We must give you a warning. It's very loud and there are a lot of curse words that are used, so be close to your volume button. After we watch this video, we're going to go over what is currently happening with the Little Caesars case and why, again, the district attorney is being sued over this matter by Attorney Joe Neal and his client, Emily Broadwater, from the Little Caesars case. So here you go. Here's some of this video, and we'll fast forward some of the portions just to get a quicker look at it. That is Brittany Kennedy right there. Alright, so she is in the patrol car. They are investigating again the stolen car she was just a passenger in. It turns out it was a stolen car, and it was a stolen gun was found inside. So we're going to fast forward it here just to show you once they get back to her and what happens at that point.
Whatever y'all, if y'all two got that side, I got this side. Are you gonna do this to her? Listen. Because I was going to hold it just like this on this side. Stop yelling at me! I can't help it because I can't stand it. You're about to help it. That's all right. We're about to help it. I can't do this shit because I asked them You're not listening because you're about to have something bad happen. I'm trying to ask. I'm trying to say just like this. You're about to have something bad happen. Man, what's going to happen? Y'all going to praise me? Don't even argue with it. No, you're going to end up in shackles. I've been hard time. Y'all niggas don't know how to react. Man, y'all don't know how to react. Nigga, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I ain't gonna lie. But the thing about this shit is, the thing about y'all is, y'all could talk me right now. I ain't Now, you want to go ahead and do this? All right. I'm getting tired of this shit. Don't call me close to the door on me. Cause I don't like that shit. I really don't. I really don't. I ain't trying to be rude. But the thing about it, my ass shot before y'all put me in handcuffs. What you trying to put me in handcuffs for?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Y'all take, man, I get goddamn good with my personal space.
Man,
y'all just like that, man. Cause I ain't with it. I ain't do nothing wrong. I just got to be a apartment. I'm trying to get me.
I'm the supervisor of this call.
Right, man. Y'all got to come and fuck me people out. For no motherfucking reason. I asked y'all right now, bro. I said, what y'all trying to put me in handcuffs? No, you did. No, you did.
So you saw you stolen car. Stolen vehicle, and obstruction. And if you keep hitting this car, that's gonna be 4 felonies. You understand? Calm down.
No, man.
Yeah, you're gonna put them suckers up.
Yeah. I'm trying to be a good girl. I'm trying to motherfucking act right. Man, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Man, tell her don't touch me.
Ma'am, y'all already fought one time.
Man, tell her don't touch me. Cause I ain't with that shit. I ain't with that shit. Don't touch me. Cause I ain't with that. I ain't with that cause y'all got no touching me for nothing. I didn't touch me.
You are in a stolen car. It's a stolen car. It's a stolen car. And you got a stolen gun in there. It's a stolen gun. So that's 2 felonies, man.
I didn't do it.
2. And you're fighting. That's 3.
Man, because I
Give it up. Make it 4.
When I was 17, I fought others because I do shit. I ain't scared, bro. Man, no, cause y'all ain't. Man, no, how about, no, can I please? I can't. No, I
Because you're in the
can't.
front. It's not like you high top in the back. You can hang up her front to her. You can hang up her feet to her shit. You can borrow a pair of my cups. Here, I got some. Oh, you got some? Go on. Yeah.
Man, come on. The person locked the shit, see, I'm gonna run. Man, I'm gonna get my mama on your ass. I'm gonna show you I don't never
Get daddy too.
shit like that. I ain't even got the balls to do something like that.
Well,
I mean, back inside now.
you obviously had,
Man, can you use this card?
Back in there.
Give me something else, cause I
You said
can't do
pull her
this
back.
shit. I can't do this shit. Man, you keep saying you too. Man, can you play? I'm gonna do it. Stop cursing me. The fuck wrong with you? I keep trying to tell you I can do it myself. I'm gonna hit your ass. I'm gonna fucking shot you. What the fuck I'm gonna do? Man, don't put your hands laughing at me. I'm sorry, yes, man.
Excuse me?
All right, so that's basically your video there, and what we want to do is kind of take you through the rest of this case and really show you that Kennedy would go on to get probation for felony obstruction of an officer in this case. I believe it was 5 years. And Attorney Joe Neal, who represents the Little Caesars victim, wants to know why her probation wasn't revoked after her arrest and multiple felonies after the Little Caesars assault earlier this year, and why District Attorney Jared Williams is seeking a mental health evaluation instead. Let's take a look at one of his letters. He actually sent a letter that we've got a copy of. It's attached to the lawsuit, and his lawsuit against Jared Williams for not releasing this 2018 file, the full file, on this obstruction case. And in part of here, he calls Brittany Kennedy a savage beast, and it is their desire for Emily to testify to make sure that this savage beast gets locked away for the maximum punishment allowable under the law. He says, when I called you, this is Joe Neal, the attorney, talking to Jared Williams, when I called you to discuss this case, I informed you immediately that I was the victim's lawyer, that we wanted to be kept in the loop, and we're not happy that your office agreed to a continuance of the revocation hearing without the victim's input or prior notice after sending her a subpoena. someone from the victim's assistance telling her she didn't have to show up if she didn't want to, and then making us sit there for 2 hours before continuing the case. You stated you took personal offense at what I was telling you and then hung up the phone on me, Joe Neal says in all caps. You are a public servant, but you are not acting like one. You certainly do not act like you represent the victim in this case. You have talked and or met with the defense attorney amicably, but not the victim. You apparently are trying to work out a backroom undisclosed pre-indictment deal with the defendant's attorney, but insulting the victim's attorney and hanging up on me, when he called to inquire as to what is going on in this case and to express the victim's position. So anyway, he goes on to say, I do not like the vibe I'm getting from all this. I am no fool and have been around the system for 28 years. Something seems afoot in this case, and that is not right. The victim demands justice in this case and is not going to acquiesce to some undisclosed backroom deal to sweep this violent case under the rug. This defendant, talking about Brittany Kennedy, is a violent felon and a repeat offender. She threw a brick through my client's windshield and tried to bust her door down a month before this unprovoked attack at Little Caesars. She also said she attacked and beat up her baby daddy on another occasion before the Little Caesars attack. She has no mental incompetency issues. What she did to my client and her baby was premeditated, as she stalked, attempted to assault, and then attempted to kill her victim on more than one occasion. She also stalked and assaulted her baby daddy before the assault on Little Caesars. I have reason to believe she may have a history of violent crimes prior to the instances involving my client, the police officer, and her baby. Kennedy has 3 violent crime victims in 1 year alone. All right, so they are seeking full justice, and this particular lawsuit, as we reported before, makes Jared Williams the defendant, Emily Broadwater the plaintiff, and they're suing the district attorney for not releasing that 2018 file that we just showed you the video from. And they just want to see what happened in that case. So again, this is the second lawsuit actually that Neal has filed on behalf of Broadwater. On June 3rd, the victim filed a suit against the pizza company and Kennedy. The suit says Little Caesars failed to protect Broadwater against Kennedy, who had no business at the restaurant. So there you go. Just want to show you that body cam video that has been out there and released, kind of showing you Brittany Kennedy. Again, she is the one you probably have seen before in the Little Caesars assault, and is currently right now in the Richmond County Jail. Jared Williams has apparently ordered a mental evaluation of her. In this case, both assaults very violent, and in one case, I'm not sure we showed you on here, but in one case during this body cam video, there were multiple angles. She confesses to having mental problems. She says, I have mental problems. She mentions asthma, and that's why she's hysterical there, is what she says. But you decide, and we'll continue to follow this Little Caesars case as it develops. I'm Greg Rickabaugh, publisher of the Jail Report, and you can please subscribe to our YouTube channel for future updates and hit the notification bell to be alerted when there are new videos to be released.